Today on Brilliance Business TV, we have Monique S. Pearson. Monique is from Soaring Without Limits Enterprises, and she also is a mindset coach stationed. Welcome to Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler, with my incredible co-host, Dr. Rhonda M. Wood. We are streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. We're also on the E360 TV network. We're also on USA Global Radio and TV network. We're also on MSP and we're also on Business Innovators Radio Network. We have an incredible guest on the show today, Monique S. Pearson. Mindset is so important in business, so I'm really looking forward to a conversation with Monique. And we have our incredible co-host today, Dr. Rhonda M. Wood. Dr. Rhonda, just share a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you so much, Mark, for this amazing collaboration. Again, my name is Dr. Rhonda M. Wood, and I am coming to you from the West Coast of the United States, right outside of our nation's capital. I am an amazing international mental health keynote speaker, best-selling author, and advocate for mental wellness. I'm so excited today about our guest. We are spotlighting one of our amazing top 20 women in business, and we are just celebrating all of their remarkable achievements where they get to tell us about their business journey. So I am excited to dive right in.
Me too. Let's bring in our incredible guest, the incredible Monique Pearson. Monique, welcome to Brilliance Business TV. It's great to have you on the show today.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Dr. Rhonda, for having me. Happy to be here to chat with you both this afternoon.
The pleasure is all ours. I will take it over to Dr. Rhonda to get the show started.
Yes, Monique. So I'm just excited about what you are going to deliver and the gems that you're going to drop for our amazing guest. And so I want to thank you again for being here, and I'm just ready to dive in. And so I wanted to ask Monique, I know a little bit about your journey, but for our viewers and our listeners, I mean, you've had an amazing experience and journey from your military career all the way to becoming the CEO of Soaring Without Limits Enterprises. So can you share just a little bit about what has inspired this transition and how have your personal experiences kind of shaped your mission to empower women?
Oh, well, as you said, I am a military veteran, and I think initially that probably was the spark to get me to where I am today. My background is ammunition, missiles, and weapons. Wow. And what I found when I joined the military at the young, ripe age of 18, that there were hardly any women in that field. And I was always in male-dominated environments. And I always sought to have a fellow person or a woman who I can go to be a mentor and mentor me. But that was never available for me. So let's fast forward to 20 plus years to where we are today. And I still find that many women in these male dominated spaces do not have a woman who they can go to for mentorship or to ask questions and how to be able to have that camaraderie in their respective fields. So I decided to make that my niche, to be able to help women who are in those fields to be able to serve as that mentor to them, as well as my inner network who will pour into them as well. So having that experience in the military, also working in the Middle East, and then traveling all throughout Europe and other respective countries has really given me a vast amount of experience that makes me be able to relate to pretty much a lot of situations that women may face, and give them some of the tips that have helped serve me over the years in order to elevate my mindset that I can share with them.
Wow. Well, first of all, thank you for your service and your sacrifice.
Oh, my pleasure.
It's great that you're supporting women, and you was also named as a top woman in business. I would encourage everyone to go and check out the article. It's an incredible article, and it's at www.mspnewsglobal.com. That's www.mspnewsglobal.com. 20 amazing women in business. Monique was named as a top woman in business, and so was Dr. Rhonda, actually, alongside the incredible Dame Marie Diamond from the incredible Secret movie and book. So I'd encourage everyone to check out that article. It's got some incredible women alongside Monique at www.mspnewsglobal.com. I think it's great that you're supporting women who especially need that support. So I really love the work that you're doing. Soaring Without Limits Enterprises offers a unique combination of mindset coaching, which is so important. Mindset is really, really important. Travel experiences and a supportive community. What sets your approach apart, and how do you ensure your programs create lasting transformation for the women you serve?
I would say, as far as what sets us apart in my program, which is the Triple E Tribe, which stands for Elevate, Expand, and Explore, is that we're taking this from a holistic approach. I have financial experts that come into the community to pour into the women. We have spiritual experts that come in, physical, mental health, wellness. So we are trying to enhance, elevate, expand, and explore not only their mindset, but also their professional as well as personal life. And on top of that, we are encapsulating these experiences with international travel, which is celebrating their wins that they have accomplished throughout the year in their personal lives, as well as their professional, and celebrating that in a new environment, which is also opening up and expanding their mindset and exposing them to other cultures. So I don't believe that we have many communities that combine those two. So I definitely would say that is what sets us apart from the others.
I love it. Over to you, Dr. Rhonda.
Yes. Well, I love the Triple E. I mean, elevate, expand, and explore. I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, I can see how women can definitely get a holistic experience from working with you. Now, Monique, I know that you are an amazing keynote speaker, and we've just heard about you being this mindset coach and your CEO, but you're also an author. So I'd like to kind of dive into that a little bit. Your book, Soaring Without Limits, a guide to elevate your mindset and transform your life. Now, it's already resonated with so many people. So what was your inspiration in writing it, and what do you hope that our readers can take away from it?
Well, I would say my inspiration has been me not believing that I had something to say. And I know that many people, not just women, but men as well, feel as if they devalue the value that they can bring to others. And I was that person. And I wanted to be able to share my story, where it is pretty much as much as recently as 2 years ago, I wasn't public speaking. I wasn't an author. All of this has taken place within the last 2 to 5 years. So I wanted to be able to be that example for those who sell themselves short, to be able to let them know that you have more inside of you than what you think you're capable of, because I was that person. So I go back to the beginning, as far as my childhood and overcoming childhood trauma. I'm sharing my military experiences. I'm also sharing as far as how I overcame those mindset limitations that many of us are trapped and frozen by, as far as fear, self-doubt, selling ourselves short, and as I said, and what tools and techniques I was able to use to overcome those, to help other people be able to step outside of their comfort zones and embrace growing and becoming the highest version of themselves. So I'm super excited for that to launch on March 8th, but we're currently in pre-sales now, and seeing and hearing as far as the testimonials of those who say that it was a blessing to them and helped them to be able to release some things that have held them back. And I'm just excited just to hear all the stories that'll come in as a result.
Awesome.
I think it's incredible, Monique. I think mindset is so important, and fear is one of the things that holds so many people back. I know for a good couple of years I went through a fear state, and because I was believing all the thoughts, it grew and grew, and I can't tell you how hard I had to work to get out of that. I had to have hypnosis, all different types of therapies. I even worked with a neuroscientist. I had to work really hard, and I still get negative thoughts. I don't think anyone on this planet will never not get negative thoughts. But now I've learned to just be the observer of my thoughts and stand back from them, and I can just watch them now like clouds and just let them go. But I went through it, and I can really understand how important having those tools to really work on mindset, because fear can really hold people back. So I really admire that you're supporting people with this. You've mentioned working to help women in male-dominated industries and those navigating personal challenges. What are some of the most common obstacles they face, and how does your work help them overcome these barriers?
I would say some common barriers that they face, as far as one, and women in those environments dim their voice and mute their voice. One, maybe not feeling as confident as coming forward with ideas to bring forward through the table, and leaning back more so into their male counterparts. Also, as far as not being able or feeling as if they can embrace the femininity side of them and their qualities, and not being able to feel as if they have someone who that they can relate to. And also, most importantly, what I see the most is imposter syndrome, feelings as if they cannot show up as their true, authentic self, but rather give to the workforce environment what they think they want to see. So basically what we do and what I do when working with them is we cover those three main areas that I just spoke to, and get to the root cause of why that is, and giving some tips as to how you may be able to overcome it. And far as, instead of looking at being a woman in that male dominated environment and feeling as if you have to meld into a more masculine view, that can also be seen as a gift. Far as your different perspective that you may be able to bring to that environment. You also may be able to shed light on far as multitasking, showing empathy. I try to have them look at it in a positive scope, as far as there is a blessing in being able to have differences that we have between male and women. As we all know that men are from Venus and women are from Mars, or I have to pick that up, but you get what I'm saying. Far as the way that we think, and there is also an opportunity for you to bring other avenues or approaches by willing to embrace who you are as a woman versus trying to conform to a more masculine approach.
Great words of advice there, Monique. Dr. Rhonda, over to you.
Yes, thank you so much, Monique. This has been an amazing so far. I love how you talk about embracing the differences when you are having to navigate a male-dominated industry or in a field.
Yeah.
Embracing the differences and the perspectives. Definitely appreciate that a lot. And so, Monique, as we sort of go on to our next question for you, I would love for you to share, sort of as the leader of Soaring Without Limits Enterprises, how do you balance running your successful business with maintaining a personal connection with your clients? I mean, that has to be a delicate dance and something that takes a lot of skill. So I would love for you to share with our listeners and viewers what your experience and approach is.
Well, one, I had to learn to come to this as far as that I need to encompass boundaries. And I think some of us as business owners, at least in the beginning, feel like we need to be accessible at all times. If a client calls you, texts you, or hits you up at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, past 9 p.m. at night, that you need to be available, which I started with. And I was like, absolutely not. There needs to be some boundaries that need to be respected. All businesses that you encompass have business hours, and being able to enforce those as well. And what I also come to find is, one, being transparent with them. Like, I want to not just see you as a client, I want to see you and as a person and see me as such and be able to relate. So just one, being real and authentic with them, my authentic self. And I just speak to them as if I'm talking to one of my girlfriends, to be honest with you. And I have found that to be a wonderful approach, which means that you're approachable, that builds a better rapport, a way of finding trust. So that is how I like to conduct all things, pretty much, not just business, but showing up as my true, authentic self. Even on the bad days, and just admitting, like, you know what, I just believe it, just being you. I think there's no better way that you can proceed, and whether it be in business or your personal life, but showing up as authentically you.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love it. Show up authentically.
Yes, always be yourself, everyone else's take.
Yes.
There
No,
you go. I didn't think of it, Mark, but that's what I was thinking as well.
I took the words out of your mouth there. So
Yeah.
you are offering a complimentary consultation at www.iammoniquepearson.com. That's www.iammoniquepearson.com. Just share who should book this consultation with you. Who would you like to connect with you, Monique?
I would like to say those who gravitate and who vibe with our tribe are women who predominantly in the Gen X generation, those who are pretty much well established, mid, higher level in their career, C-suite women. And as I said, those who are in more so male dominated industries, those in tech, our first responders, our police women, our correctional officers, as well as our veterans and those who have served. Those are the women who I resonate most with, and who I feel I would be best be able to serve. So I would love to chat with you. Just go ahead and book your free session.
That's IamMoniquePearson.com. Monique, I have thoroughly enjoyed having a conversation with you today. I think you're very inspirational. I love how you're supporting so many women, and I would encourage everyone to check out Monique's piece at www.mspnewsglobal.com. Under business, you will find the article there. The incredible Dr. Rhonda, Dame Marie Diamond, and 20 other incredible women in business are there too. Dr. Rhonda, thank you for being my co-host today. Again, I thoroughly enjoyed sharing the show with you. We've got quite a few more coming up, which is really exciting as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Mark. I just have one last question for Monique. Monique, if you can share just in a few words, what's coming up next for you?
Oh, well, what's coming up next, as I said, far as March 8th, is the release of Soaring Without Limits, a guide to elevate and transform your mindset. And I'm also excited to share, you should be seeing on our social media channels as well as my website. I will be hosting my very first own speaker event alongside 6 other powerful business house, powerful women here in Greenbelt, Maryland, June 28th, The Whole Leader, a legacy of impact. So that's definitely going to be a great networking opportunity for other fellow business women and men who are in the DMV area, or if you'd like to fly in. So super excited. Stay tuned for more on that.
Awesome.
Lots of things coming for you, Monique. That's IamMoniquePearson.com. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today for an incredible conversation with the incredible Dr. Rhonda M. Wood, the incredible Monique Pearson. Thank you for joining us on Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. Until next time, bye for now.